So a couple of days ago, I posted a poll on my channel asking you guys which car do you want to see first between the Hyundai i30N facelift and Hyundai Tucson N Sport DCT facelift, and then some of you voted, some of you commented, and then this is how it went. Unfortunately for the lovers of the Hyundai Tucson like me, only 33% of the people voted to see it first. But fortunately for the lovers of the i30N like Josiah Tobejane, only 67% of the people voted. Yes, only 67% of the people voted to see it first. And without wasting any of your time, let's just go check it out. This over here is the pre-facelift Hyundai i30N from the year 2020. And this over here, ladies and gentlemen, is the 2022 Hyundai i30N. Yes. Welcome to the video. We're going to be talking about the Hyundai i30N. Now, just like any other auto manufacturer, for example, your BMW, recently it went through a midlife crisis and then had a facelift, and Hyundai i30N doing the same thing. Now, let's go check it out. Now, guys, the VW fanboys and the Hyundai fanboys, before we start arguing, okay, check this out. Did you know that these people they sit together and have a cup of coffee and decide what they're going to do or to bring to us? We're busy here fighting and arguing about who's best, who's not, while they're busy in the restaurant drinking coffee. Check this out. What happened to the Golf brand in South Africa? They only brought us the top spec or the sport spec, which is the GTi. What did Hyundai do? They also did this very same thing. They brought us the top spec of the i30N. No other variant, nothing. We get only the top spec. These people who have been talking, they went to have a tea and then have a meeting and decide, no, South Africa, we're giving them the sports ones only because they like the Vrupa, although the VW is liking the Vrupa. I'm just saying, my words are not God's word, but I'm just saying. Anyway, out of delicious, let's talk about the car. What you see here is the 2022 Hyundai i30N, the top spec, the performance brand. It packs a 2-liter turbo engine with inline 4 cylinders. Yeah, only 4 cylinders. Plus everyone is coming with 4 cylinders anyway. Even the AMG is coming with 4 cylinders. Parasequel. Yeah, so the Hyundai i30N is packing 206 kilowatts, which is 276 horsepower and 392 Newton meters of torque. So there's been an improvement from the previous from the pre-facelift, because the pre-facelift had 201 kilowatts and this one is 206 kilowatts. It is mounted on the 8-speed dual clutch transmission of the automatic gearbox, which can be driven automatically or manually. It's all up to you. It's nicer on the manual one, but if you're lazy or you don't know what you're doing, obviously you're gonna do the automatic one. This engine and this gearbox or whatever can accelerate the i30N from 0 to 100 in 4.5 seconds, and top speed is 250 kilometers per hour. Now the rival, the VW Golf 8 GTi, only packs 180 kilowatts and 170 Newton meters of torque. Accelerate from 0 to 100 in about 6.4 seconds. Now guys, the Hyundai cost 750k. The top spec Golf 8 GTi will go up to somewhat around 840k, and now in the used market it's about how much? I've seen one going for 1 million. Yep. But anyway, it's your money, you know what to do with it. Now, for those of you, and like me, for those of you who wants to unleash the stake in them, this car comes with 360 millimeter disc in front and 340 millimeter disc at the rear, and then those discs can stop the car in about 35 meters. And also it's standard, it comes with adaptive dampers, which means you can change the characteristics of the suspensions via a switchable driving mode. You can do your sport, your N mode, your track mode, your comfort mode, whatever mode you want or you're comfortable with. And also it comes with electronically controlled limited slip differential. Now let's talk about a little bit of noticeable differences between the pre-facelift and the facelift, which is this one. The front grille is totally rebuilt. It's different from the pre-facelift. It's got the new headlights. The rear lamps are also redesigned. Exhaust pipes are the same but a little bit bigger. The usage design is different. This one has got an illuminating N. The infotainment system is a bit bigger than the previous one. Now, before I talk about the features of this car, let's just do a little bit of walk around and just admire the beauty. Just talk about what we see. Looking at the side profile and the rear profile of this car at the same time is satisfying. Yes, it is. Great design. Beautiful. The exhaust tips, not too big, not too small. Although I hate the fake diffuser. Yeah, it's not real diffuser. Do you see? It doesn't diffuse anything. It's for the show, it's for the looks, which is okay. I can already imagine with the plate number cartoon cars, but you know what, it's okay to dream. I'm dreaming, it's okay. About 750k, I don't have it. I don't have it. I'll wait for it to drop a little bit, then yeah. You see this thing of saying hey, retail value, you must worry about retail value. What? I'm not in the business of selling cars, so I don't care if I buy it now and then 3 years later is very, very cheap. I would have benefited anyway because I've repair all the way. Let's get back to the interior. It's beautiful, well designed, great quality. If you think it's not great quality, go argue somewhere else, because what I see here, I was there, I went there live. This is perfect. The Alcantara and the leather seats, perfect. It's just great car, man. The interior and the whole sunroof, by the way, is glass. Yeah, the i30N's got a glass sunroof, which is perfect. This car, the Koreans here, you who is still thinking the Koreans and the Chinese are left behind, hey, so these people are doing great. Now let's continue walking around the car just to admire the beauty. Yeah, look at it, side profile, back profile at the same time, immaculate, a thing of a beauty. Guys, I just remembered, I know this video is not about the Golf GTi and the i30N. It's about the i30N pre-facelift and the facelift. But I remembered, guys, while the Golf GTi cost top spec almost 850 and this one here cost 750, the Golf GTi top spec have about 180 kilowatts, which is 241 horsepower and 370 newton meters of torque, which is less compared to the i30N. The i30N go from 0 to 100 in about 5.4 seconds, and the Golf 8 GTi goes to from 0 to 100 in about 6.4 seconds. That is the information which you will know what to do with it. I just thought I'd tell you. Yeah, now I know most of you have been waiting for the features. Now let's talk about them. Just like any other car, just like any other sports car, this i30N comes with your ABS, with your EBD, your traction control, stability control, driver airbag, passenger airbags. The total quantity of airbags is 7. And then for your comfort, you've got your electric windows, all of them. You've got your power steering, your central locking, which is keyless entry, your cruise control, your air conditioning, your climate control, your Bluetooth connectivity, USB port, although no one uses them for music anymore. They're just for phone charging. Auxiliary input, no one ever uses it. I've got it in my Tucson, but I never use it. You've got your panoramic sunroof, the whole roof. Double sunroof, by the way. Xenon headlights, high beam assist, daytime driving lights, auto on and off lights, rear fog lights, high brake lights, rain sensor, onboard trip computer, multifunctioning steering wheel, alloy wheels, we've already talked about it, park distance controls at the back and the front, and also the camera as well. For those of you who want to race this car, it's got a perfect aerodynamics and it only weighs about 1,455 kilograms. And for those who are like me, who are from Limpopo, Tondo, rural villages with bad roads, the ground clearance on this car is only 136 millimeters, so you have to be very, very, very careful. Now lastly, let's talk about the cost of ownership. Guys, even Shmi 150 have balloon on his cars. He recently refinanced the balloon for his Ford GT. Okay, so now on this car, I'm just gonna put this picture here for you to see. You can pause the video and check it out. The premium was of the insurance was done based on my profile. Also, I've decided to include for those that are gonna drive this car every day, even though it's not a good daily driver, and also the weekend drivers, 35% balloon maximum, 6 years, and 10% interest rates, because we know those banks are not going to give you 8.5% or prime minus or whatever. We know they are gonna add more and more and more and more. So yeah, it's based on that. On that note, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share this video, and until I see you on the next one, peace.